So we've looked at the internet-facing side of things. Now we're going to look at local connections. So first of all, I'm going to introduce Ed Healy. Ed, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I started working at BSI about 4 years ago, and I started in customer services. I had a bit of an IT background in some qualifications that I had done, but I was given the chance to move to certification in IoT and digital connected products. It's only recently that I moved over to IoT engineer.
Where within BSI you can progress your career along totally different paths, and really tuning into your existing interest in computers and IT. Great to have you in here in the team.
Thank you.
So Ed, we're talking local. So what do we mean? In the same city, the same street?
100 meters.
Around 100 meters.
Around 100 meters is what we normally do, but it depends on how powerful the device is.
Okay, so within 100 meters. So it doesn't have to be within your house.
No.
This is then communications locally in that kind of environment.
Yes.
And why is this important then? What is it that a bad guy can actually do?
So when the user goes to lock up for the day and they go to work, they'll obviously lock the device through the app. The bad guy can capture that communication, and depending on the level of encryption, if the level obviously is not good, he'll be able to analyze that, he'll be able to check, and he'll be able to reverse engineer that. So that way he'll be able to replay that, the communication that he's captured, and open the lock. We
can see then that it doesn't necessarily need to be internet facing for a device to be attacked.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at the local communications. You mentioned Bluetooth. So is it just Bluetooth? What are the other things that
So Bluetooth is probably one of the main ones we look at for local. We also have Ethernet, and we also, other areas, Zigbee is starting to become very big in other IoT devices, and Z-Wave.
Just like with the internet-facing side, there are lots of different protocols we've got to learn and understand.
Yeah.
I presume that each of those has its strengths and weaknesses, and then try and be the bad guy and break in.
Yes.
So again, we've got to look at encryption you've mentioned, authentication as well.
And then the integrity of the data between the devices.
Integrity. So again, just want to explain what you mean.
The data hasn't been tampered with. Right. So if they have checks in place, if the bad guy then goes to open the door, and it has maybe a timestamp or something, or it has an integrity check, it will then be able to say, no, that's not you.
Okay. So in order for a device to be secure, it's got to have the right level of encryption on it. It's got to be able to authenticate so you know this is the right person.
The right person, yeah.
And also we've got to be checking the data is what it should be.
Yes.
Okay, great. And what are we actually checking then at the moment?
So at the moment we are using Bluetooth, and we are checking the Bluetooth communication for this hub.
Yeah.
But at the moment we haven't found any flaws with this IoT device.
I'm well aware that certainly the early products we tested, they were quite open. It was quite scary how easy it has been.
That clients are using our services, they're understanding that they need to use high levels of encryption for Bluetooth, whereas before they were obviously using lower.
Well, it's good to see again that the work we're doing here in the lab is making a direct impact in helping our clients realise what they need to do to make their product suitably secure to secure all of us.